Hey guys, I'm Angela and I'm a diamond coach on the Elite Empire. I've been a coach for 2 years and today I'm here to talk about what to post on your social media with my girl Lindsay. We're gonna go back and forth and do it like a little duo so you don't get bored by our content. So we're gonna start out with the first section that we believe is important, which is just overall great posts in general. So we wanna show you some of our favorite picks from our diamond coaches on the team to show you why we like them and point out a few things. So let me go ahead and share. Lynn, can you see my screen? Okay.
Perfect.
All right, so the first post I have here is overall powerful post, and I picked Darby, Lindsay, Jessica, and Rosemary for this. As you can see in Darby's post, what I love about it is it's not just a picture of normal of her face and her Shakeology or anything like that. It's just her being a mom in her lifestyle. And she put a little thing down here that says, I want to show you how, which I thought was a super powerful message instead of just saying, join my team or ask me how or something like that. It was very powerful to me that if I wasn't a coach, I would definitely want to know what she was doing because this looks like something that would fit my lifestyle. And up here, she starts out with, I can't believe this is my job in quotation marks. So it really is something that's very powerful, the beginning sentence and the picture and the wording on it. So that's why I chose it. Lindsay, I chose this video. You can't tell that it's a video, but it's a video. And the reason I chose it was because she wrote, looking for more women in my tribe, hear my story and see if we'd be a good fit. And I like it because she basically tells you what's about and she dictates what she wants. So she's specifying that she wants women and she wants to see if you're going to be a good fit before you even are interested. And I think that's very powerful because some people don't like when you talk around what you're trying to get to, so they don't want to be tricked into watching your video or tricked into what you have going on because then it feels more like an MLM than a lifestyle. So I like that she got right to the point. She said, this is what I'm about. If you're interested, click here, and you know what you're going to get when you click on that video. Jessica, I picked this one, and she has tons of great, amazing posts, but I specifically picked this one because she wrote, gift giving is my thing, and this is something I do a lot of. I like to let people know that I love that. Like, I love giving. We always say it's our love language. That's the way we, give thanks and appreciation to our people and our team and our coaches, our clients, and I like that she put it out there and said, this is what I'm doing, because if I wasn't on her team and I was looking for a coach, I would be interested because I like gift giving as well. And if I think that we would vibe well together. So I love that. And she also wasn't like, look at me, I'm giving out gifts, I'm giving out this. Like, she did it in a very subtle way. And the reason I picked Rosemary was because she did use a straight picture of Shakeology. But first of all, I love how she set it up. It looks so cute. And I was like interested to see why she had 3 of them. So I read her message, which then said that she was not only drinking it, but her whole family was. And I thought that was a great post because it is something we do with our family. And it's really important to show that we involve our family in the stuff that we do and show that we're not just a one-person team and that we are okay with giving it to our kids and our husbands and so on and so forth. And it was pretty. It wasn't just one picture of Shakeology and a whole message. It was a cluster of them. So I love that post by her. And I'm going to hand it over to Linz. And Linz, I'm going to run out for 1 second and grab the baby because he's crying, okay?
No problem.
Hold on. Let me stop my share. Go.
Okay, ladies. Hello. My name is Lindsay Lavalle, and I am a diamond coach. Sorry, real quick, I was looking at sharing the screen. If you guys saw me running out, I have a newborn. So, and we're like, we're going to do this. And so I'm going to make sure hopefully my newborn's okay. So if I have to run out, that is where I am going. So I've been part of Elite Empire for 1.5 years. And I'm so blessed and honored to work with you ladies. I absolutely love what I do. Ange and I, we've talked before. I'm also a full-time counselor. So I work full-time and I run my business, which is possible, ladies. So if you're thinking, is it possible? It totally is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen now. Hold on one moment and get to, there we go. Are you guys seeing what I'm seeing? Yeah. Okay. Let me go up. Okay. Perfect. So play. So this is posted, what to post, obviously. So how I branded myself, I'm called Leela Life Fitness, and I'm going to explain that a little more in detail at the end of our presentation. So just like Ange said, she did a great job talking about powerful posts, and thank you for such sweet compliments. So I first took out, I chose Allie, which is Dump the Bump. So that's how she's branded herself. Allie's my success partner. I love her so much. If you guys ever go on Facebook and see her live feeds, how do you not fall in love with this girl? She's amazing. So first off, this is just one picture that I decided to extract from her Instagram. And the left side, well, my left side is Allie. It's a video of Allie. And then on the right side is the storage containers. So what it says is tips on washing and storing fruit and veggies. And then she has really great hashtags, which we'll get to in a moment. But why I like this is it's simple, right? Her content isn't like 5 paragraphs long, which I get it. Sometimes we're trying to really engage people, but sometimes people really want just a snippet of information, and this is perfect. So even if I was scrolling through the feed, and let's say I'm not looking to join Beachbody or anything, but I see Allie's adorable face and her cute voice and just this, awesome girl talking about, hey, I have tips on storing veggies and fruit. I would listen, because Lord knows that when we go and buy like spinach, how many of us have spinach that stays in there and within like 3 days it's like wilted, right? Or your blueberries get all mushy within a few days, right? So if I were to see Allie, I'd be like, heck, this has value. And I think that's really important. What you want to do when you're posting is putting value into your post. Just like Ange said, there wasn't a picture of just Shakeology. There was value and content to it. So for this, it's not just Allie talking cute and looking beautiful on screen. It's, hey, I'm actually giving you value about how I can help you save money, because you're going to save money by storing fruit, because you're going to have to keep buying more and more fruit, obviously, if it gets bad. So I really like that one. Great value. And then, of course, our wonderful Angela is next. And so I love that what she's done with her business is she's copied it as Penny Lane Fitness, right? So that is like her brand. And who doesn't love a good transformation pic, first off? But why I love Ange's is because she's always so real. So she says, 5 years ago, I was halfway through my 85-pound transformation. Right there, that first line speaks volume, because if I were to be going through and scrolling, I look at Ange's before and after and it looks amazing, don't get me wrong, but I don't see her as like 85 pounds heavier, right? Only she knows that number. But if I read 85 pounds, girls, I just had a baby and I'm trying to lose 30 pounds right now. So I'm like, if this hot mama can lose 85 pounds, and Lord knows I can lose my 30 pounds, So it's more that relatable. You got to catch people. And I think that first line, what Anne shows, that would catch my attention. So moving next, we have Rosanna, gorgeous Rosanna. I love this post because first off, what she's showing, she has a 3 like this, look and fly like always, that girl. And she's saying she has 3 spots left. So she's doing scarcity, okay? So if any of you guys have ever taken a marketing class, marketing was not my major in college, but I had to take one. And one of the things I talked about is having scarcity. So you got to make sure like, hey, I don't take everyone in these challenge groups, even though Lord knows we will take everyone we can. You got to make sure people know like, hey, there's only 3 spots left. There's 5 spots left. Because if they see scarcity, let's say you've been plugging along with like a person for 5 months, because there's people who say they're going to buy every month, and it just doesn't happen. And so if you keep posting like, oh, I have 2 spots left, I have 3 spots left, I've had people go, oh my gosh, can you please save me that spot? I'm getting paid tomorrow. And I'm like, girl, of course I'll save you that spot, but you got to make sure that they have to commit, because you're going to be putting time and energy into their program and helping them reach their goals. So scarcity is not a bad thing. And people are like, well, then you're lying. It's like, well, no, I'm not lying. I'm just bringing value to my challenge group, right? So again, what she says is last call. And I think that's really, again, prominent. Your first line, what you're posting out in your first line is so important. And her just having the last call with those little sparkle emojis, that would get my attention as well. Next, we have Alyssa, wonderful Alyssa. She has a really great, just like Ange talked about earlier, very specific post. So it says now hiring, desire to inspire. So first off, you know that she's hiring, you know that she is a person about inspiration, and then you see pictures of her family. That's luring you in. It's not a picture from corporate of Shakeology and a picture of corporate, like whatever. It's her life. And so she's not selling a product. Like Ange said, it's not MLL, multi-level marketing. It's, hey, I'm here to help you with a lifestyle and create financial freedom if this is something that you'd be interested in. And the first 3 lines, again, so important, it says faith, family, fitness. So for me, my faith is everything to me. So if I were to be scrolling through, I'm like, oh, this girl's down for her faith and I love my family, I'm all about fitness, we could be friends. This is a good situation, be a good connection. So she's throwing it out there, the first 3 lines, which are really important. And then she has really great spacing, which we're going to get to in a moment. But she talks about, you know, if you've been following me, you know, these things are my everything to me. And she goes through what she's looking for, which I think is key. We got to be specific and lure them in just a little bit at the same time. Next, we have Anna, who I love. She's so great. And does she go by Anna or Anna?
She's Anna.
Anna. Okay. You know, everyone's so different. You go watch it Frozen and it's like you have to say Anna, whatever. Okay. Anyways, Anna. Anna's awesome. She always does live feeds. She's always moving and grooving. I love her videos. And so this is great because what her post does is she's luring people in. Jazzercise, Zumba size. Can you guess what's next? Which is Country Heat. And she's giving this and like a total teaser to people. So it's luring people in. So that's a great way to get people's attention because they're like, oh, what is she talking about? Yeah, I love to dance or I love to move. What's this new program? And people then will maybe read the rest of her post because they're so inspired or drawn by her picture. So yeah, next we're going to go into, I'm just going to end with that. I know I could go on forever, but Ange and I said we're going to try to keep this to the minimal because we could talk for hours. So I'm going to move forward to punctuation and spacing. So why this is so important, first off. I'll be completely honest, like spelling and grammar is not my jam. I need spell check because I spell things wrong all the time. And I'm a freaking counselor and I'm a professor. Even when I'll like be writing on the board, my students have to correct me. That's embarrassing, okay? Because I use spell check way too much. So you guys will see me, and sometimes people call me out like, Lindsay, you spelled this wrong on your post. I'm like, thank you, tell me so I can edit it. So embarrassing. So Kelly is amazing at this. And I think Kelly is a teacher from what I'm understanding, so it makes sense. So good job, Kel. She does such a great job with spacing and punctuation. If I'm looking at her post right now, I am not overwhelmed with like, oh my gosh, this is like 5 paragraphs and I'm at the doctor's right now. I have like 2 seconds to look at this. I'm not going to read it way too long. Scrolling through, boom. No, if I were to read this, like, oh, I could get into this. There's only 3 or 4 very small paragraphs. And so again, her first sentence, holy cow, exclamation point. Results are in, exclamation point. So she's excited and you can see that it's in her first line. She goes through everything is spelt correctly. And then at the bottom, like, sorry, I can't, you guys can't see me point, but like the bottom of her first paragraph, there's emojis, right? Who doesn't love emojis? And I'm like, oh, exciting. I'm emoji girl. So I'd be like, oh, I'm going to read this. And it keeps going through. So she has emojis. It's not too much emojis, but it's there to get people excited, right? You can see the emotion behind her post. And again, this is also another shout out is that she's recognizing something really special within her team, negative 65.8 pounds. It's always good to do recognition, which we'll talk about later, but this is a really great example of that too. But what I do want to show is just her spacing. She's leaving spaces between so people, it's not jumbled, and then everything is spelled right. Punctuation is good. She's got good little emojis that make you happy, but it's concise, it's to the point, and it's clean. So take it away, and let me unshare. Hold on. Stop share. Sorry, guys. Where's my clicker? There we go. Sorry. Where's my clicker? Okay, are we back or no?
Yeah, we're going to my space.
Okay, cool.
I can't speak today. All right, you see my screen?
Yes.
We're good? Okay.
We're good.
So I chose Courtney for this category, and partly because of the emojis, because I love emojis as well, and I'm real big on them, and I do use a lot of the same ones over and over, but I always use them according to what I'm speaking about. And I loved Court's picture here because first of all, it was a really yummy picture of some amazing egg muffins, it looks like. And I love egg muffins. So, of course, I'd want to read more. But like most people, and like Lynn said, if you're jumbled with a bunch of words, even some of the best posts, I won't read through because it's just for me. I'm like total ADD when it comes to stuff like that. So if I'm scrolling through Facebook or Instagram or whatnot, real quick, I'm going to look at the things that I can read that are simple and spaced out. It's just my personality, whether I was a Beachbody coach or whatnot. It's just how I roll. So here she spaces everything out so easy for me to read that I read it and I went through it and I stopped at this post and it caught my attention right away. And I also am a big meal prepper. So to see my meal prep is complete as the first line, I'm going to stop and read it because I want to know more. Or if I was interested in learning how to meal prep, I would stop and read this as well. So spacing, punctuation, and emojis, they're huge for me. I always try to tell my team to make sure they're spacing out their posts a little bit. Some are better than others. I know some of us do a really awesome job at like, here is what this is going to be about. Here's what you're going to get. And this is what I'm going to ask you at the end. And that is usually the way that you should do it. That's the way your post should be done. And she pretty much does the same thing here. My meal prep is complete. Okay, that's the objective. This is what I made. So that's the content. And who else did a meal prep? That's the question. That's the call to action, right? So that's kind of where you need to do, that's kind of what you should be doing with your post. And it doesn't mean it has to be a recipe only. It could be a ton of different things. Like today I worked out. I did hammer and chisel. Who's working out today? And a picture of you working out. Whatever it is, if you're going to do a higher end post and if you're going to do a challenge group post, same concept. This is what I'm offering. This is what you're getting in that offer and who's with me. So that's the best way to explain space and punctuation and emojis. The next thing we're going to go into is hashtags. And hashtags are super important because this is how people find you. So it's not just, and not only the way people find you, but also what people can tell what you want to say without saying it. So in the previous post I said with Lindsay, with her video, it said expanding my network. So that was her hashtag. If I read her content and then saw that, I would say, okay, you know what, I'm interested. I've been wanting to join this team and I'm going to click on her video. But sometimes you just don't want to say things. You just don't want to say expanding my network. But this is the way of saying it without saying it. But it's also the way of saying it with someone being able to search who you are, what you're doing. So I picked Heather and Ashley for this. And the reason so is because it literally had nothing to do with straight fitness or health, which is amazing because you are a person outside of fitness and health. And the way that I find my best people and my best clients and my best coaches, or just people that I really connect with in general and have true friendships with now from social media, is by looking up the things that don't have specific things to do with health and fitness. So Heather was talking about her red lips and her red fingernails, which first of all, this picture is the bomb and I love all her pictures, but she's just freaking amazing. And the red really stood out to me. It's something that I'm going to want to see what she's talking about because I think she looks amazing. And she just made it real simple, saying back to basics, red claws, red lips, but then she hashtagged red lipstick, red nails, social distortion, platinum blonde, all of this stuff that like is more fun than just saying Beachbody coach or Shakeology. Even if you want people to look at your page because of those reasons, you're going to be better off finding people that are interested in what you are. And this is what she's interested in. And you can tell by her whole page that this is who she is. So these are really good hashtags. Ashley is awesome at PD. I love her page. She's always doing something positive. She's always doing these videos that are like inspiring and telling what she's learning in her own PD. And if I was looking for something that I say I was having a bad day or I just wanted to find more positive people in my network, I would find her by some of these hashtags. Mindset is everything. What does that say? Failing forward, stay positive, go get it, dreamin' HD, entrepreneur lifestyle, boss babe. These are all amazing hashtags and they have nothing to do specifically with fitness or health. They have to do with embodying and empowering yourself. And if I wanted to find positive people or if I was having a crappy day, this is the person's page that I would want to go to. And these are some of the hashtags that I would look at. So even if I clicked on one of her hashtags, I'm sure that I'm going to find tons of people that are amazing, just like Ashley. So these were amazing, and they weren't just like Beachbody coach. I don't know, like I'm trying to think of like some of the. Can you think of something that's super like used when it comes to PD and like Beachbody coaching, like, I don't know, like vital behavior, like even though that is a vital behavior, that's something that people overuse in the Beachbody world. So we might not want to use that one, right? Because
yeah, or even like hashtag personal development. Yeah.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
but that's something that everyone's going to be using. So you want to do something like Go Get It or Boss Babe or Healthy Mind, Body, and Soul. I actually stole that one from Lindsay. So she's something very similar to that. And then she wrote, "There's no such thing as success without failure." And that just right there speaks to me because that's my mindset and that's the way that I think. So I love everything about these two girls and their hashtags. And I'm going to send it over to Lindsay. Let me stop my screen. Go for it.
All right, babes. Okay. Let me take away. Where's posted? Let me make sure everything's up. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to find my clicker again. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Where is it?
Why can't you ever find it?
I know, and I just got a new computer, so this is awful. You guys, I'm like stuck on Anna's, which is fine. But you guys can't see me, and I can't. There's my clicker. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. My clicker's gone again. I have to wait. Sorry.
All right.
It's like,
Do you want me to go on to bragging versus gratitude and then you can go backwards? Okay.
Yes, go ahead.
So let me go to the next subject. Ooh, subject. I don't want to speak like that. Like I feel like we're teaching school stuff right now. Okay, we got the next category we're going to talk about is bragging versus gratitude and showing personality as well as inviting back, kind of as a whole. And I'm going to go real quick through these. So we have Courtney, Ashley, Stephanie, and Allie. I picked Courtney's because, again, Courtney is awesome at this. She does the invite, the content, and then the reveal at the end. So she's like, "Call me the girl master. This is what I did on the girl, and stay tuned because I'm going to show you more." I love that. Like you're inviting someone back because if I wanted to know what she was doing, I'm going to go back and look later at her page and say, "What's the reveal? Show me the reveal." Ashley over here, again with her personal development, but at the end asked, "Did you listen to something today? What did you do today?" And you want that call to action. And again, Izira can tell you her freaking hashtags awesome. Stephanie over here is bragging, but in an amazing gratitude way. So what I mean by that is she's saying, like, "I'm so proud of myself. I can't believe I do this. I can't believe I wake up. This is my life. This is my job. But this is why, because I'm able to work out with my kids and give them a reason and show them I have no excuses." And Allie is also amazing at this because she's like, "This is the vision of my life. This is what I thought I was going to have. And this is what I pictured. And this is what I wanted. And I get to do that because this is what I do." So even though she's not saying that in this post directly, if I saw this post, and this is, I know for a fact, because this is how I got Darby as a coach. If I saw this post, I would look at her page and say, "What does she do?" Because this is my vision as well. Like I want to see my kids playing. And I know that because when I started my business, that was my vision and that is my life now. And I was able to get that from Beachbody and I was able to be a living proof of that. So when I found Darby, the same way I'm looking at Allie's post was the same thing Darby was posting. And I always wanted to know more because that was what I wanted for my life. So Stephanie and Allie are great examples of living a lifestyle and showing it in a way where you're not saying, "Hey, I work out. Hey, I got a house. Hey, I'm able to see home my kids." Like you're not just throwing it in people's faces, you're bragging, but in a gracious way. And that's something I do a lot of. And I think that it shows humbleness, but it also shows appreciation for your life. And it also shows positivity. And that is the number one thing you want to show in any kind of post that you're doing. And that is a great way to do it, is to show graciousness in your life, show how blessed you feel. Yesterday, I did a post about my kids and being able to be out all day with them and just being able to enjoy them this week. And that post got like 80 likes right away because people like that. They like they like for you to brag about yourself. And to be completely honest, this category is really important to me because it shows people that are going to stand by you because you're bragging and you're gracious for your life are the people that you want in your life. If someone is mad because you're bragging a little, they shouldn't be part of your life because people should be bringing people up, not bringing people down. And that's why this category is super awesomely important in my life and in what I do for my own business. And this is why I picked these posts. So I'm going to send it over to Lindsay and let her do her 2 sections real fast. Are you good now?
I found my clicker.
All right, go for it.
Sorry about that, you guys. Okay, share screen. Boom. So because we're on it, I don't want to like continue going so crazy on hashtags, but these are a few of my hashtags that I use. And just like Ange said, honestly, I at least have 1 to 2 people who find me through social media through hashtags. They DM me and say, I found you through this hashtag. I saw, your postpartum fitness and I want to be part of your next group. This is a huge way for you to expand your network as well as gain followers as well. Now, like Andrew went through Ashley, so I'm not going to go even more in depth, but we all know she's amazing. And she has really great hashtags. This is a picture of me. It was just a picture of my hair. And so I like hashtag brunette, big hair, don't care, because how many people truly, okay, if you're not in the Beachbody world, are hashtagging Beachbody or hashtagging Shakeology. They don't even know what Shakeology is or Beachbody is. So the only people who are hashtagging that are probably coaches. So it's okay to hashtag that. I'm not saying don't, because you get recognition through Beachbody, which is great. But for trying to get new challengers and to connect and help people, you want to broaden your horizon. So sometimes I'll even hashtag like Vegas. Vegas is a huge hashtag people use because when they go to Vegas, they're like, woo, I want to show people I'm here. And so when people go to Vegas, they're going to see my crazy little butt like exercising. Like, what is this girl? They click on it. They read. So that's a way to kind of get people. You want to find things that a lot of people hashtag. And I wouldn't put Vegas as my first hashtag, but do like healthy living. I'm all about like devotional, Bible, God's girl, these different things. And then in the middle of it, like hashtag Vegas, hashtag, some people can do like Kim Kardashian. They'll like hashtag different things that a lot of people like look at, and my little mug's going to be up on there, So it's a way to get people to find you. So that's my little 2 cents. Next, I can't tell you enough. Ange and I had a whole conversation about my success partner, Allie. She does amazing at Gratitude versus Flashy. Again, people want to see you happy. People want positive people. How many times you scroll through social media and people are bitching, excuse my language, about just life, and no one wants to hear that. No one wants a pity party. People want to hear joyful things and good things that bring life. There's already too much negativity in our world. So Allie is a great, she shows pictures of her family. Like, it's a Monday, she's on a Duffy boat. I want to be on a Monday in a Duffy boat. There's Spade. She just bought like a new Kate Spade purse. I want to be able to buy myself a new purse, but she doesn't do it in such like Ange said, like a flashy matter. It's like, got myself a little treat for my upcoming trip to Nashville for Beachbody. Isn't it cute? She's just asking like, don't you love it? Which is sweet. So next we have presentation. So that's you, right, Ange?
You can go start because we kind of went a little backwards.
Yeah, we're just going to go a little backwards. So presentation, this is important because this is like your storefront. And I think, what was it? One of the girls this week talked about that. Having this as your storefront, you want it to be clean. Oh, it was on Monday. So you want to make sure everything is clean, that you have your image. One of my things that I train my girls with is you need to know your image. You need to know your brand. Okay. If you don't know your image or brand, everything on social media is going to be all over the place. Okay. I know for myself, I'm about faith. I'm about fitness. I'm about, healthy eating and healthy cooking, and I'm about education. So you'll see a lot of those themes through my Instagram. So Lauren D is here. Loved her banner. Look at that. Like, she looks amazing with, I don't even know what you call that, but she's super limber. And I'm like, dang, this girl's awesome. And then you see this picture of her with her baby. So you're like, oh my gosh, she's a mom and she's flexible. Holy crap, that's amazing. I'm on the page, right? So you want to kind of like, again, catch people's eye. And that's what Lauren does. Also, her posts are very clean. There's good presentation. She has, look at that picture of her body. She looks banging, amazing. And you're like, wow, she looks great. Plus she has a video right next to it. Okay. So it's clean. Her whole page was clean, and you could tell what she's about. It's not corporate pictures of Beachbody and like things that you can't relate to. She asks questions, which Allie does a great job with that too. Ange does too, asking questions after your posts. And then we have Megan Albert. So if you look at her screen right now, no, you don't know she's a Beachbody coach. You don't know she's into fitness, but do you see how clean her storefront is? I love it. The professional pictures. So if I have Megan ask me to friend request me, I don't even think I'm going to go be like, who is this girl? I'm going to be like, oh, she's pretty. And look at, that's a really nice page. I'm going to accept her. Right?
I like some pretty.
Like, people can be superficial. I'm guilty of it too sometimes. But you're like, oh, this is like yeah, she looks nice. Look at this whole situation. Sweet little family. So you want to make sure that you don't have like images that are blurry or images that have weird like imaging in it. You want to make sure that people are able to see that it's clean, right? So professional pictures, always look great, but even if it's your own pictures to your iPhone or whatever, just make sure they look clean. So I'm going to stop sharing so that I can give this to Ange. Gotcha. There you go.
You see it?
Yep.
I just like love working with you because you crack me up.
I love you too. I'm going to go check on my child.
So, all right, I'm going to continue on with overall presentation. I picked a few here. Again, Allie, we're just like abusing your stuff, but you're really good at what you do, right? So Donna and Kelly. And so Kelly's I picked because overall, this is an amazing post in every aspect. Spacing, punctuation, spelling, the content, the picture, the wording, all of it. Like if I saw this chick's page, I'd be like, I'm on board. What are we doing? You're flying in the air, jumping on a beach. Let's do it. What are we doing? It's time to do what? What are we doing? So I love this post by her. It was so super drawn in. It drew me in so much. And at the end, it's talking about, hey, do you want to do this with me? This is what you're going to get. If you click on see more, you see all of the details. And I definitely would have been more interested if I saw this post. Donna, I picked this one because it is such a cute, beautiful picture of tomatoes and onions and whatnot. And I'm into farmers markets. I'm into all this. And so when she's posting this kind of stuff, I'm going to be interested in her content. And her content was about the 21-day fix. So awesome. Like you drew everyone in. You gave us a great picture. You said Sunday fun day, which I'm all about. And then you talk about something that you do on Sundays that has to do with your normal life and your lifestyle. And then you say, hey, we're going to be starting round 2. Who's in? You didn't have to say it because I'm already going to be interested. I'm going to say, what the hell is the 21-day fix extreme? Because I want what you got, girl. And Allie, she talked about this in her post today, so I went over and grabbed it in the group. And she does do a really good job at setting up her page to be pretty. I did do this once before, but I couldn't stick to it because I'm a random poster and I can't do set posts. Like I can't be conscious of like 2 pictures and then a quote, because sometimes I want to post random things of my kids and then it throws it all off. But if you can do that, amazing. And I love the way it looks. I have so many people that I follow just because they do this type of setup. The other thing that's always good to remember is followers versus follow-in, which I was going to show you also on my post, but you always want to be under the amount of followers that you're following. I always clean up my follow-in once in a while, but you could see that Allie has well over 2,000 followers, but she's not close to that number, and that's perfect because you don't want to seem like you follow everyone or anything, and you want to put yourself at a higher standard of what you're doing. Also, she doesn't sit here and say, hey, I'm a Beachbody coach, hey, I'm this, hey, I'm that, hey, I'm this in her section right here, because she doesn't need to put all that. She just needs to write what she's about. And if you're interested, you're going to click for more. And that's more important than giving everything away for free. That's why it's so important not to have our names as like Beachbody coach or Coach Angela. I hate when people do that. Try to do something that is what your brand is, which we're going to get into now. And I'll talk about my stuff real quick and finish up and wrap up my section and then let Lindsay finish up hers. But Penny Lane Fit Mom for me, the reason I chose it is because Penny Lane is a song by the Beatles. It's one of my favorite. I'm also in love with the movie Almost Famous. So when MySpace came out, Penny Lane was my name there because I didn't think people needed to know my real name on social media. When I started MySpace and all that, even Facebook, I was one of the first people, like out of everyone that I knew, to get on board with those types of things. And I was very confused on it because Autumn is calling me right now and I'm missing it.
I know, me too.
So, I was on board way before most people were, so I was very confused and I didn't want people to know my name because I didn't know what it was about and I didn't want to be like creepy or whatever. So I picked Penny Lane and I stuck with it because it was kind of my identity for a long time. It's just the kind of personality that I have. So, if someone knows what the reference is to, then we're a for sure fit, and I love that. And some people don't know what it is, but they're on board anyway. But what I have here is, if you can see, I just have wife, boy, mom, lover of life, believer of mind over matter, certified health coach. So you can find out how to message me. You can add me on Facebook. You could snap me, which is my jam. You know that I am a certified health coach, not just a Beachbody coach, which is awesome. Not everybody is, but I am. So I like to hold that as a higher value. Lover of life. You can tell that I'm positive, that I'm happy. I'm a boy mom. There's tons of other moms out there that have all boys, and they love to know that I do too. And that's it. And then you come here and you see right away that you could see my boys, you could see my family lifestyle. You do see I drink Shakeology, but there's a message behind that. Like I was going to Hurricane Harbor and I wanted advice on where to go. You could see my lifestyle of how I work, what I do, my positive posts. Over here is my Facebook, and what you have is my family, which is so important to me. My transformation, which is, for me, it's a huge thing because I had such a big transformation, and I always forget where I came from just as well as other people don't know. Like Lynn said, like, if you look at me now, you wouldn't say, oh, this girl must have been well over 200 pounds one day. And I was. So it is important for me to people see that. And then I have our Elite Empire picture, because that was such an life-changing moment in my life. So I love to always put it forward for myself even to remember. And then I have a little quote by Walt Disney. I have what I do. And then over here in the intro section, it says wife, boy, mom of three, mamapreneur, CEO of Elite Stars, which is my own downline, fitness and nutrition expert, boss lady, life liver. And that's simple, straight to the point. I like the pages, to be honest, and I'm going to clean mine up a little bit, that are just like one picture here, or like a quote and then your family or whatnot, or a professional picture. But I always go back and forth and switch it up so people can see everything in one spot, as well as get the cleaner version. So you can do either or. If you're going to do multiple pictures, just make yourself a banner so people know, like it says my name right on top. It says my wife, mom, wife, daughter, etc. And the last thing I'm going to say is my own personal pattern of social media is 3 posts a day. I always have to post at least 3 times a day. Even if it's not fitness or health related, I like to always be in people's focus, which I talk about at the end of this. But consistency doesn't have to do with only health and fitness, which is the most super important part of it. But it also has to be that you're just still always around. You're there. You're living your life. You are a person, and you want to be in people's eye at all time. I like to do the 2-to-1 rule, which is 2 accountability versus 1 real life. So yesterday you could see I did my quote, I did my Shakeology, and then I was a real person that went out with my kids and went to Six Flags and did what I had to do yesterday. I like to have fun, be real, keep it friendly, clean, and happy, which if you listen to Kristen's video this morning, she talks about all the things not to do. And it's really important. It was today, but tomorrow it will be yesterday. So we're posting this tomorrow. So, you know, try to always keep it clean and fun. I like to never acknowledge the bad things going on, and not because I'm ignorant, but for me, like I said yesterday, I did do with this Gandhi quote over here. And I wrote, I like to usually not acknowledge the negative because it takes up my space. But today I want to say we need to change to be the change, right? So I acknowledge that I do know there are bad things going on in the world. I'm not stupid, naive, or ignorant. But I don't like to talk about it, because for me, I don't talk about it in real life. Like, I don't sit here and dwell on all of the terrible things going on in the news, the cops that are being shot, or the war going on in other countries, or whatever it is. I just don't want to acknowledge it, because for me, it doesn't change my life today. And the only thing I have control of is what I post and what I put out into the universe. And that's why I like to keep it positive and happy, because no one's going to want to go to my page if they're already feeling down and just entertaining the downness of my page. Show recognition and excitement for others. I like to always be on other people's pages saying, good job, you're doing amazing. Even if they're doing something I don't agree with, like It Works or Herbalife or something of that nature, that's fine. If they're still losing weight and doing great and they're feeling good, I'm all for it. And I don't knock anything. And I always just said, like, find your vibe, put yourself out there, be authentic. Don't try to copy any of this, because if you're just replicating what you see and not doing what you do, like, it's easy for me to replicate what Allie did, right? And I've already done that before. I replicated someone else that did that style, but it wasn't my jam. It wasn't who I was. And I couldn't keep up with it, and it felt really fake because I was doing it by someone else's standard, and it didn't work for my lifestyle. So don't do that. Find and take what you love about people's pages, but do it to your own way and your own way, and what works in your vision and what works in your life. Because if you're being fake and you're just copying, it's going to come off that way. So that's it. Find your own vibe, find your own tribe, find your own ethnicity. I was going to say ethnicity. What are you? Are you Spanish, white? I don't know. But you know what I mean? Be authentic and find that, and keep being in people's focus. Keep putting yourself out there and be consistent in a positive, healthy, happy, friendly, fun way. And that's my end right there. And I'm going to hand it over to Lindsay and let her finish us up, because we're busy moms and we got to get to our life.
We're very busy
We're
moms.
super busy moms.
Oh my gosh, Ange, I freaking love you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if we have gentlemen here, but what's up? Okay, so I will wrap this up. Thank you guys so much. I feel like we spent hours putting this together, so it is a little bit lengthier, but we went through all of your guys' Instagrams and Facebooks to extract things that were positive. And so we hope that that really helped you guys. And I know if someone were to shout me out, I would have been really excited. So hopefully, well, yes, good job. So I just think it's important with your storefront, with your pages, you always want to have a call to action and make it easy for people to connect with you, okay? It's not the Lindsay show, right? It's not. It's my life. I want to help people. If I'm taking a selfie, I'm trying to have some type of call to action or connect with people in some type of way, right? So this is my Instagram on the left side, and then on the right side, my right is I actually have a website that I told myself once I start making $500 a week, I'm gonna invest in a website. And so I paid someone, and this was last summer when I hit my goal, to create a website, which has a blog, then plus it goes into Boss Babe training, it goes into what Shakeology is. I have all these different tabs, but that came within time. I decided to brand myself. Again, I already knew that my brand is what I spoke about earlier, but I wanted a name. And so I decided on Leela Life Fitness because my first name's Lindsay, my last name's Lavalle. So the first two letters of my first and last name is Leela. So that's how I came with Leela. And the Life Fitness is because I'm all about life and I'm about fitness. And my little, I met with like a marketing girl. She was awesome. And she was like, okay, you need like a little tagline. And so my tagline is building physical and spiritual muscle. So I'm all about helping your mind, body, and soul. So it's not just about working out every day and having the six pack, because if you're shallow, it means nothing, you know, but it's all about treating yourself right, health-wise, and then also taking care of your soul, whether you're all about your faith or not, just making sure that you are giving good energy and good love to people. For me, my faith, God is everything, so I always put that into my posts. But if that's not you, that's cool, but you always want, like Ange said, you want to be a positive person. So my Instagram, it says Lindsay Lavalle. It says she loved life and it loved to write back. That's my little tagline. I love Jesus, wifey to LV. That's my husband, mama to Mila and Peyton. Love to learn, eat, exercise, and love. So just in a very small snippet of information, you know what I'm about. I'm obsessed. I'm a cornball. I love love. So anything about love, I'm like, oh, I love it. I love weddings, all that crap. And I also love to exercise. I love eating. I'm a foodie. And so I love to share recipes, and that's why I created my blog. Everyone is very different. Some people like to do 5-day clean eating, and that's how they get their new challengers. I don't have enough time for that right now. I wish I could, but for me, I feel like I give a lot of free things over my website and over my social media. And my success partner, Allie, and I totally agreed on that because I don't have time to be doing extra challenge groups. So every month I share, like, this month I have free grocery list and meal plan. That's huge. And so people could use this for an entire week on their own and see that it's extracted from my 21-day fix. And I show pictures, I share recipes, all of that is for free. But I let them know once they come into my challenge group, they will always be part of my special group of people that get recipes, you know, weekly, that get recipes sent out, they get grocery lists, that it doesn't just stop with one post, that when you invest into my business for Leela Life Fitness, I have my own, you know, email address and everything. I send out emails and stuff like that to my challengers and give them updates of like country heats coming. I'm sending out to a bulk email letting them know about that just because I like to keep connected. And a lot of my old challengers are repeated customers because of that. So you just want to make sure, just like Ange said, you find out what works for you. For me, mine is Leela. That is what birthed out of me becoming a Beachbody coach. My little slogan is a cactus. Cactus resembled, there's a lot of different things, but mother, a lot of different things. I'm not going to go into that. But you have to find whatever niche market yours is, and you got to run with it, and you got to go with it, and you got to brand yourself, right? So if I look at my picture at the top for my Instagram, I'm like this. That's showing like, okay, yeah, it's fitness, but also like it's about my faith too. Like I love to pray. So I tried to do a picture that was me praying, but at the same time, that also is a yoga pose, and I'm in athletic clothing. So you just want to make sure that you're connecting with people, and your storefront reflects who you are and what your market is. Because if you don't know that yet, then everything's going to be all over the place, and you don't want that. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Angela, I could probably do like a whole freaking day on this.
I was like, we have to go, because me and you already talked about this. We were the talkers in this group. I think pairing us might have been the worst and best thing in the world, but we had such a good time, guys. We've spent so much time trying to go over your guys' pages and really pull out the positive things that you post. So we hope that you took it that way. We hope that you made it through the whole video, because we set a time of 12 minutes and it's 40 minutes. I don't know how we did that, but anyway, our busy moms was our safe word, and we just didn't use it. But anyway, yes. So we love you guys. We hope you guys take this all into consideration. You take all the tools you've already learned in the last 2 days by everyone that's posted, and put it all together with what to post for now on, and use that going forward. And that's it. If you have any more questions or you want extra help from this category, you can message me or Lindsay, and we're always available. We're always willing to help anybody, especially if you're in this group and you made that effort to be here. We don't want you guys to go unnoticed or unhelped if you need extra assistance. And that's it.
Please know why we took so long too, though, is because Ange and I like put our heart and soul into this, and would do that with everything that we do. And so that's why it's like, okay, if it's 40 minutes, whatever, but everything that we're teaching you is our content and things that we've learned from the past few years that you guys don't have to make mistakes doing. So,
and it's so important, the subject, right? Like it is important with not to post and all that. It all comes together, but this is in your face. This is what it looks like. These are the posts that got our attention. If we weren't coaches, and we are good coaches, not to brag, but we are successful coaches. And if this is the stuff that we saw and it caught our attention, and this is the type of people that we'd sign up with, that's where you want to go. That's the flow you want to get for your business, because it has to, if we were the people that were attracted to your page and we came onto your team and we became the coaches we are today, it would be an asset to who you are as a Beachbody coach. So that's where I was kind of going with that, right? Like you want people like us who are going to be attracted to your page, because that's how Darby found, we found Darby, or Darby found us, vice versa. In some way, shape, or form, our pages connected to each other. And that's what's important. And that's what you have to really concentrate on.
And my last thing, and I'm done, I swear. You make time to post. There's no excuses. I promise you. Like, look at us. You guys, I have a newborn and a crazy toddler right now. My sister is giving birth literally as we speak. I've been getting text messages. This is why we're recording prior. Ange has 3 little boys, and she's a mama, and she's got a lot going on. We made sure to carve out time in the morning today. Oh.
I wanted our faces.
Okay. It's okay. We carved out time so that we make sure that we get to tell you guys this great information. And so just know that there's just no excuse. It's all about priority. And so if this business is a priority for you to be successful, then you'll make time to post 3 times a day. You'll make time to be very conscious and deliberate of how and what you post. Okay. You're not too busy.
I get anxiety when I don't post. Like if I'm out all day having a great day, I'm still like thinking, I need to put a post out. Like I need to be in people's face. I need to do this. I was in bed all morning. I had a day off. Danny's home, but this was more important to me to get up, get dressed, and be in front of the computer to give you guys this information, because it's something that I can't lay in bed and not think about, right? So that's how we live our life. And we're both very, very busy moms. We got to go. Okay. But me and Lindsay, we love each other, and we'll never get off if you let us stay on forever. So
I know.
All right, guys, we love you. Linz, I love you. We did a great job. I'm so glad you were my partner. And if you guys want to be doing things like this and have a partner in the leadership value of what we do, this is the kind of stuff that you need to start putting out. Find people that are attracted to you and get on with us. Like, we want more people to be on these calls and these leadership things, and we love it. It's our jam, right? Like, this is what we love. We love being leaders together, and we love making mastermind type situations happen. So, all right, let's go, Linz. We're leaving.
Okay, bye guys. Love you.